Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to another episode of our Open Diner. We're here every Thursday to have a meal together. Now that we're still, restaurants are still closed. Slowly, they're opening up, but still, we cannot go out to eat. But here we come together every week to have a common meal and have a nice conversation. And tonight I have the pleasure to host. I'm Donna from We're One from New York, and with me tonight hosting is my dear friend Lucian. Hi, Lucian. Um, yeah, Lucian is a chemistry teacher, and we have something special for you later. But well, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit
Sure,
more, Lucian?
sure. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with my dear friend Don and everybody. I hope that tonight is a special time for us. It will be. Let's just share with each other our feelings, our impressions, our overall, you know, friendship, because that's what we're here for. We're here to share a meal. We're here to enjoy each other's company. We're here just to have fun. And we've got a great slate of activities. As Donna said, we've got a very special exercise that we've got planned for you. I think you'll like it. It's a cute little exercise in chemistry. So don't be afraid. I know everyone, when they hear the word chemistry, they get afraid, but there's nothing to be afraid of. It'll be really fun. And with that, I think we can go on to the next portion of our program, setting up the mood, getting us all involved. So please, David, let's continue with the live music.
Can you hear me? All right. I played here a couple times before, and I always wonder when I'm asked back what to play. Figured we'd set the mood. I myself am drinking a glass of wine, so I hope that's okay, right? I'm allowed. So I think you'll know it. You have to sing along at the beginning. There's these marimbas that I obviously can't play on my guitar. It goes bloop 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 bloop. So just do that at home on your own, right? Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake. All of us tourists covering Thor, strumming my six string out on my little porch swing. I smell a shrimp there begging in a bowl. We stayed away in a Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault. Right. I don't know the reason I stayed here all season with nothing to show but this brand new tattoo. The plane. But there's booze in the blender, something like that. She's a Mexican cutie. How I got here, I haven't a clue. I was stayed away in a Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame. Now I think, hell, it could be my fault. This is the part where you sing along. Bloop, 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 bloop. I blew out my flip flop, stepped on a pop top, cut my heel, had a cruise on that home. But there's booze in the blender, and soon it will render. That frozen concoction that helps me hang on, hang on, hang on. Wasted away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost share of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault.
Wow. Thank you, David. That was great. Thank you so much. We're getting in the mood. It's so good to be here with you again. A lot of familiar faces, also new faces. Very nice. If you're here for the first time, welcome. That goes for our viewers on Facebook too, of course. If you want to say something, ask something, share something, feel free to leave a comment or here open your microphone. We really want this to be a meal for all of us, where everybody can share what is on his heart. And like usual, like every week, we start with a little appetizer. This upcoming summer on this side of the globe, and the slowly, the society opening up a little bit, it comes with a yearning for picnics on the beach or on the field or whatever, going out with friends and bring meal and sit together in the sun. So we thought we're going to fill a picnic basket together, all of us, and to also get to know each other a little bit, introduce ourselves. We do it in this type of game. I'm going to say my name, and with the first letter of my name, with that letter, I also think of something that I would like to put in the picnic basket. And then somebody else just jumps in. Let's make a quick chain. Let's try to not have silences, fill this picnic basket with as many things as we can. And if everybody spoke, we can, and we're fast, we can just do another round with another thing that with the same letter. So let's just start. I'm Donna, and what I'm bringing to the picnic are donuts. Passing on to Lucian.
Hi, my name is Lucian, and what I'm going to bring to the picnic is lemonade. Passing it on to Roberta.
Hi, I'm Roberta from New York, and I'll bring raspberry wine. I will pick Elisa.
I'm Alisa from New York too, and I am bringing apples and apricot. I'm adding apples and apricots to the basket. And I'm passing it to Carol.
Hi, my name is Carl. I'm from Florida, and I'm going to bring caramel. for those apples, to pour on those apples.
Good choice.
Uh,
But we don't necessarily have to pass on to someone. Everybody who wants can just jump in. Go ahead. Yeah, I see you try to talk and you have a nice number. You have to open your microphone. Yes, now you still don't
Let's see,
hear you.
help the
Yes.
blind. Do I touch it?
Now, yes, now we hear you. Please tell us your name because you have a
Okay, my name is
mysterious number.
Frank. I'm from New York. In the past, I've led gourmet hikes for the Appalachian Mountain Club. And what would I bring? Oh, I would bring pizza, perhaps, which frozen pizza, which can be heated, or I would bring bagels and lox, some New York dish for the people, you know. But and right now, of course, we have to eat by ourselves temporarily, but within not too long, we'll be joining together again.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining.
My pleasure.
My name is John. I live in South Carolina. I know Lucian said that he's bringing lemonade, but the J's are kind of chosen, so I'm just going to bring some juice, some very good juice.
And there is always not enough wine. So Roberta, I'm going to get some more wine for us.
What kind of wine with a J?
Not raspberry, the regular grape wine. And I don't like sweet, so we're going to have to stay away from sweets for today, at least with alcohol.
Hi, I'm Nina from New York, and I'm burning nachos. I hope someone can bring cheese.
I would love to bring cheese, but my name starts with the E. I'm Eva, so whatever is there, eggs. How do you like it? Scrambled, boiled, sunny side up, whatever you want.
Yeah, hi, I am Karen from South Carolina, and it's not many K choices either, so I'll go with the healthy option and bring us some kale.
Aaron, please bring some Kit Kats for me, please.
Actually, I like this twist in the game where we just, I'd love to have cheese, but I can't bring it. So please, Carl, could you bring cheese? And like Lucia now did, Karen, bring Kit Kat for me. I love that. So, Rono, could you please bring some rum for me?
Okay, I'll do that. But my favorite is one of my favorites is sweet pecan pie, so I'll bring that too.
I hope there's restrooms here. There's a lot of liquid.
I always like lasagna. So Lucian, can you rip me up a dish of lasagna?
And linguine, because my first name and last name have the same letters, I can do two.
Okay, great.
Paul, would you please bring some pizza? I know we have some pizza already, but more pizza won't hurt.
I always like the sound of scotch, not the word, but how it sounds when you're drinking it.
Hold on, Frank, you're muted still. Frank, look at your microphone. You're talking, but we don't hear you. Yeah, try again.
Oh, you didn't hear me?
Now we do.
Now, okay. I would like to change my contribution. I would bring 2 cans of grape leaves with rice, which tastes great. I always used to bring that in these walks. It's practical and it's interesting. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you so much. It's gonna be a great picnic. I can't wait for that to happen. Um, I think all of us brought something. Maybe Paula has a certain desire for something.
Yeah, I would, Paula from New Jersey, and I would bring peaches.
Ah, nice. Okay, great. We have a beautiful basket full.
I'm gonna
And
add cream to that, peaches and cream. Sorry for interrupting, Donna.
no, no problem. Wonderful. Yeah, I was wondering, are there suggestions from Facebook? Alana, do the people on Facebook add something to our picnic basket?
Give me 1 second. I am actually, I think Julia from Facebook. She wants to take some juice and jelly donuts. So here we go from Julia.
Awesome. We'll bring that too. Thank you, Julia. Okay, now that we're all warmed up a little bit, let's continue to the second part, or the main course actually. We're gonna have a conversation on this week's topic, which is looking back, moving forward. We're in this phase of pause, all being at home, and it's slowly things seem to be going back to normal. So the question now is, are we indeed, when we look back, is this really where we want to return to? Or do we somehow want to use this coronavirus, this crisis, this pause, to move forward to something better? Things will have changed. That's inevitable. This must have had impact on the world, and if we want it to, it will have. So we want to talk about the question of what kind of world do we want to move back to? What kind of world do we want to enter? How do we want the world to have changed after this for the better? So let's just share our thoughts about that, follow on each other, and let's really think of just mentioning the positive things that we want to see in that new world. So the looking back we've done, and let's look forward. Let's really feel, what will this new world look like? What do I want to find there? Go ahead, Frank, please. Don't forget to open your mic.
Okay, now?
Yes. Yes.
Great. Okay. I think for all of us, number one, we will appreciate what we've had. And number two, that we will realize the goodness in people and try to help others and be helpful to our friends and to the community as a whole. Number two, we also will realize what we can do by ourselves without having so many material things and so much entertainment. So to sum it up, we'll go back to decency and back to the basics. I'm from New York, where things are quite dead, but I manage online and I go walking in parks, so one manages. But the main thing, you realize the things that are important: decency and basics. Thank you.
I'll just add to Frank. I think that was so beautifully what you said. I was going to say, people getting back to the exact thing you said. It was just beautiful. I'm moved by it. I agree. I was going to say less work, but everybody, I think it has to still go back to work, but maybe with less such importance on material things, like you said, more because we're spending more time with families that are quarantined together, like I am with my family. So everything changed. So more connection maybe with within families and within friends, more importance. Thank you.
I want to see people actually appreciate each other because we can come out and go to the stores and physically meet and just be side by side, and it's already something to appreciate, because when coronavirus hit us all and we were all sitting in our houses disconnected without any physical connection, it was very hard. So I feel like we should appreciate every moment of our life, that we can come outside, we can talk to stranger, or we can talk to friends, or we can go on someone's backyard or house and sit and drink wine, not on Zoom, but actually physically. So appreciation for
Yeah, and just to add to that, it almost sounds like everybody is talking about like their value system changing to something else, like what was valued previously in the pause. Now that we've had time to think about it, it's like, you know, do I want to return to that, or are there other things that are more valuable than, you know, what's being advertised, let's say. So, you know, in this group right now, you can feel that, you know, people want something more, better connection with families, maybe a more like kind of a wholesome life as opposed to just chasing things all the time. And, you know, what Frank said, you know, is perfect, like basics, how things used to be when people were closer to one another. So I think this kind of an attitude towards one another is definitely on the horizon.
Elana, if there's anything from Facebook, someone is adding something there. We're answering the question that the lockdown is about to end, and what kind of world do we want to enter after this?
no responses from Facebook yet, but we're waiting.
Yeah, I can add, and everybody seems to be following Frank's great advice to get back to the basics. And that's what I've been doing, getting back in touch with family and just reconnecting, rekindling old relationships that I kind of let go by the wayside. You know, the situation that we're in now has helped me to see the importance of family and friends, and it's a beautiful thing. I don't look at, you know, the circumstances that we're in now as bad, or and I'm not looking to go back to the way things were. I'm looking to build anew, to renew what once was and what can be. And I'm just this environment, you know, it's like, who was doing this before everything happened with the virus? Who was doing anything like this? You know, I'm so appreciative to the people who created this platform and allowing us to just get back to these basics, just human connection. Thank you.
I I have to say, Karen, that was really beautiful to listen to. I really enjoyed that because you have told us something that allows us to kind of go into the next part of this discussion, which is essentially the importance that each person has. And we forget, like you said, that we need to get back to people, you know, and find out who we are and who they are in all of this. So this at this point, I'd like to be able to share with you something that is kind of interesting, and it will give us a new perspective, sort of piggybacking off what Karen said. So if you will allow me, I'm going to share the screen now. And I will go to the presentation here. Okay. Okay, can you see that okay, everybody? Great. Okay, so I don't want to scare you. So this is all Karen's doing. No. So Karen, I just want to say this is, so if you can see my little cursor here, this is something that, you know, we don't have to look at it too long, but this is a sugar group, and it's part of this wonderful thing that we talked about today. During the meal, we talked about pizza, linguine, lasagna. Oh my God, Debbie, I need more food. And all of it is part of this starch molecule here. It's a big group, and without starch, which is in pizza and linguine and pasta and rice and all, we don't have the beauty that we have in this world. So let me just make this bigger. Okay, great. So let's just keep in mind that this is what really gives beauty to our world. It's just an amazing part of everything. It's a group. And if you look at making starch, you have to start with a sugar molecule or a sugar group, right? And let's just pretend that's me, right? So I'm sweet, I'm, you know, interesting by myself, but really by myself, I'm not that strong, really. I'm small and I'm unprotected, and I'm just not as, I don't make as much of a great thing like starch if I'm by myself. So what happens generally is I tend to think of myself as important. You know, I'm sweet, I'm sugar, blah, blah, blah. But when something like, say, Corona hits us, or something called an activator, right? What can happen is a transformation can happen. We are now more receptive towards the world, where our hearts really are more open, because we realize that we're alone. Even though we're sweet and great and all, we really don't have everything that we need to be made whole and make something better. So once something like virus comes along, it just makes me realize, you know, I'm not really alone. I need people. And so what happens is we then find other people who are activated, you know. So basically what you notice is another activated person. And together, when you come together, what happens is you make something bigger, right? So the activated parts can combine, and you've now got something that's even better than just the sugar by itself. And if you carry this on with a couple of others, it just makes it even sweeter, something that is just delectable. By itself, it's not really that great, but then when you've got this, then you've got all the beautiful things that make life so delicious and so sweet and worth living. So that's basically sort of 101 chemistry for living in a world that needs everybody. And so in this part here, what we want to know, like Karen mentioned, is how does each of us contribute to a better world? What are we doing? How are we making the world more combined? How are we recognizing each other's strengths, and how do we make this world even better than it is? So anybody want to continue, please?
I was going to talk from the last question. It's funny. So you made that little sugar molecule, and before you did that, I had a piece of this brittle, chocolate brittle, and I put it in the exact shape of that molecule. I was looking, I was like, no, what? Anyway, so to answer the question, I'm a builder, and I've just started going back to work, and I find myself being in conversation with my customers more than ever before. So this is the way that it just happened. I'm starting to ask questions about life to my customers. You know, like what have you learned from this coronavirus? What, you know, how is your family? So that's how I was activated. Really, it's an amazing thing. Thank you.
And I wanted to share here also a few things from Facebook from our participants there. Julia is saying that in the new world, we'll forget about all this materialistic stuff and realize what's important, that is the human connection. Victoria says that life where we all connected as one entity and treat each other like our own family. Thank you. Amazing, amazing comments.
I don't know, it's not really answering this question, but I thought a little bit about it today, believe it or not. And that's globalized, let's say, world that we knew before, it's kind of disappearing on us because the borders are closed. There is no interconnection, no flights between the countries, and each country understand that it should rely on itself, on energy, on food, and everything, because you cannot bring it from the outside. And somehow people around the world become more connected. It's so strange. It's two absolutely opposite things, but it's true. A lot of people are calling me, for example, from all over the world, people who I knew like thousands of years ago, and they just realize that they can, just call me, because first of all, I'm always home. You can always catch me up. But the thing is that we start remembering each other. Before that, I love those people through all my heart, but they were all in my memories. I never had a time to connect with them. Now we understood that little thing like this little virus can change the whole world, can put the whole world under one blanket, and we are depending on the nature and nothing else except for each other. So I think that's the thoughts that enter my mind today. Thank you.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Lucian, that was a really incredible presentation. Thank you for that. And whoever said that we should be like one family, it used to be kind of unfathomable to think so, like, but it's becoming more and more realistic. And it just made me think of this quote that it was like a meme or something actually that I saw on Facebook that said, wherever you go there with love. And that's, since the question is, what am I going to contribute to this new world? I would like to contribute more love to the world and really set this intention. It's all about the intention. And whenever you do anything, whenever you have any interaction, doesn't really matter. Just set the intention to go there with love and add love to everything that we do.
I'm a little concerned, Lucian, with your presentation. So you're saying we need more sugar? That means I just gained 5 pounds with this show that you guys are doing here.
No, we need more starch, more pasta, more pizza.
I already have enough of that. That's the issue. So I'm going to gain more connection with all these people you're saying. But it was a lovely connection. But what I would like different and is that that true connection of, like you said, family and bringing different. When you bring one, like you said, one molecule to the next, and then another one, it becomes stronger. You have more weight, but it becomes stronger and bigger and better. Thank you.
Yeah, I loved when. Hmm? Oh, Frank, you want to ask? Sorry,
Sorry.
Frank. Go ahead. Go ahead, Frank.
Oh, do you want me? Do I have to? Just one other thing. I've always volunteered, and I do more now with old people, making phone calls in New York, and also small favors to neighbors, trying to be more what they call a mensch, a decent person. And so, and I think we're all going to be better after this, although it's pretty rough right now.
Yeah, it is rough, and but I love your optimism. I think this is the only we need that, and that's what I like so much about Lucian's presentation, or the comparison, from just looking at from chemistry how things work, to see how each sugar molecule, each individual, it needs to be activated, and then if you find this activation, you can like build anything, everything, and that is so positive. But you have to come out of yourself, and I think that is what I would love to contribute, to get out of the worry just about myself, my well-being, my status, my wealth, whatever, but constantly thinking, and I know this is tough, about how can we make this stronger system, this stronger society, stronger humanity, where everybody grows with everybody else. And
Actually,
go ahead, Elana.
Julia from Facebook is adding to that really we need to spread kindness, be the change that you want to see in the world.
Yeah, I want to add that it is so encouraging to hear you all, because I feel like everybody's struggling with this question, how you look back, how you move forward, and a lot of people, and I know I feel it in myself too, you have this rusted mechanism that likes to go back and do the same thing again and again, but it is so encouraging to hear you, and we can definitely help each other just to encourage to think, how would you like to move forward? Encourage that the new thing, new approach is always ahead of us and it's available. You don't have to go back and do and the same thing and repeat the same mistakes. You better look for the opening that we all were given, and start anew with the connection to each other, appreciation with each other. And as Frank started us with, being happy with basics.
Thank you. That was beautiful, Lise. So now I just want to segue from that beautiful, also Frank, thank you for helping us guide the decency. We go to the beauty that each of us represents, to the opportunity to become stronger. We're sweeter. So we're going to continue the sweetness by asking David to rock us. We're at that point. We need you to rock us, David.
Well, I've got something sweet and rocky, right? This is it's actually kind of appropriate. I didn't know what the subject was going to be today, but some friends of mine from another country wrote a song, and then I don't speak their language. They speak English, and So we translated it into English. There's an old joke, a person that speaks 2 languages is bilingual, a person that speaks 3 languages is trilingual, but there's a special name for somebody who speaks only 1 language. It's American. So, I know, right? So let's see, so I've never played this and sang it. We'll get through it. This love between us all, forever in our hearts. This love between us all, forever in our hearts. This love between us all, forever in our hearts. Time is near and we will see our people here in unity, as one nation, as one home, in celebration and in song. We're not naive, it's not a dream. We've suffered long enough to see there's no escape, nowhere to hide, and no relief to be our guide. This love between us all, forever in our hearts. This love between us all, forever in our hearts. This love between us all, forever in our hearts. And so a light will come to shine. No pain, no sorrow, recognize. And every heart will sing one song, and every man will be as one. And so a light will come to shine. No pain, no sorrow, recognize. And every heart will sing one song, and every man will be as one. This love between us all, forever in our hearts. This love between us all, forever in our hearts. This love between us all, forever in our hearts. La 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 la.
Thank you. That was sweet and rocky indeed. Amazing. And time flies when you're having fun. So we're already slowly coming to an end of this meal. I hope you had a nice meal. And for dessert, let us just sit together, share impressions. How did you find this meal? I don't know, any toasts, sharings. Go ahead.
I wanted to ask Carl what he drinks every week. I've connected a few times and I see him drinking something really interesting from that jug. Carl, would you enlighten us?
Well, it's not wine. Can anybody guess?
Iced?
Cranberry juice.
Is it tea?
It's tea, passion tea. From passion fruit. With a little bit of honey, it's amazing.
Sweet.
Sugar, he's in line with the theme. Sugar, sweet.
was a very yummy, yummy dinner. Thank you.
Thank you for a beautiful warm connection. Thank you. You made my day. Thanks.
I'm looking forward to next week. Wonderful venue tonight. Thank you, friends. Menu, and dessert.
Anything
Everybody,
from Facebook?
look,
Oh,
it's okay. It was so nice to hear everybody, you know, when they were sharing that they're looking forward to something better. You know, it's like we're always advancing. You know, as a species. Sometimes it might not look like it, but what we shared tonight is everybody really wants that love and connection and, you know, a better world for all of us. Thank you.
anything from Facebook, Alana?
We have Renee thanking really David, really love, but our musician, we got a lot of compliments for the musician. Thank you, David.
Yeah, well, let me make use of that moment. Indeed, there's nothing more connecting and bringing atmosphere than some nice music. So if you're watching, listening, joining, and you're a musician, and you would like to perform one day in our open diner, let us know. Just leave a message on We're One, and we'll get in touch, and it will be great to have you.
You know, it's really nice to be included in a group of people that you can just feel that there's like forward thinking, but not just thinking, just being in this place where we are sharing hearts, which is very, very uncommon these days. And so to have a venue like this where we can come together in an environment and do that is absolutely amazing. So thank you so much.
Right. So I think everything has been said. Thank you so much for being here. Lucian, would you like to add some last words?
Sure. It was a real pleasure to be here with all you. I really enjoyed myself. I look forward to doing this again. And next we're going to have a physics lesson. No, that's all. That's chemistry's enough. We're done. But thank you for it. And I really enjoyed it. It was really, really special and warm and sweet.
Thank you.
And terrific hosts, really terrific. Please, I'm looking forward to physics lesson.
Thank you,
Okay.
guys. It was amazing.
Yes, yes. So we're gonna wrap up, and before we do, let's remind you of that we are here every week, every Thursday at the same time, 6:30 Eastern time, New York time. If you're not American like me, you forget what all those letters mean. You can follow the We're One Facebook page and you'll be updated. Subscribe to our newsletter, reservations on the website. Well, I'm sure you will know how to find us. And we're looking forward to more connections. And a special thank you for Frank. It was such a pleasure to have you. I think all the rest, most of the has been here before, but for you it was the first time. So that's a
Thank you.
special thank you.
Look forward to seeing you next week.
Awesome. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Thank you.